All right. Well, good stuff, man. Glad to have a crowd here today. So welcome. Everybody have a good weekend?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, guys, today was kind of marketed as a mastermind, but Stuart did an awesome job of putting together a whole bunch of amazing content for me. And I took it all and adapted it to a hold on, too many things open. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Stuart gave me a great content, and I adapted it to more of a classroom type environment. But I still want to keep it very collaborative today. Does that sound like a good idea?
Sounds good.
We've only got an hour, and he gave me like 100 ideas of things to post to Facebook. So it's gonna take a little while just to cover his list.
Can you send them to us?
When we're done, if you'll send me an email, I'll send you a copy of the slideshow I put together. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Yep, I like
But
that.
you're recording this, so that'd be great.
Yep, I'll put it up in the coaching group for everybody. So, but again, I want it to be collaborative. So you guys, please, want you guys speaking up, want you guys asking questions. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and let's talk Facebook for a minute. I mean, is that what you guys were looking for today? Was ideas on what do I do with my Facebook?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, good. Then you're in the right place. So let's just go ahead and get this show going. So first off, why post on Facebook? What's important about Facebook?
Get your name out there in your face and you interact with people.
Yeah, that's one of the good reasons. But why Facebook and not TikTok or not Instagram? What's significant about Facebook?
It's targeted towards more of a group of people you know in the area.
Yeah, it's definitely targeted. I like that answer. So what do we know about Instagram versus Facebook?
It's only pictures.
It's only pictures. Okay. What do we know about the audience?
Is Instagram a younger audience?
Instagram's a much younger audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, which is the reason why we focus on Facebook and talk about Facebook is when you look at the demographics of who your typical homeowner is and the typical home buyer is, do you think most of them skew younger or more of them skew middle-aged and older?
Middle-aged and older.
Middle-aged and older, right. So the people that are actively buying and selling homes, they're on Facebook, okay? So we want to go where they are. So understand that all of this also applies to every other platform, whether it be Twitter or Instagram or TikTok or whatever comes next, okay? The principles are the same. Just keep in mind, don't overlook Facebook because so many people are there, one, and so many of the right people are there right now. So wanted to make sure we knew that. So when we talk about Facebook, we have two different ways that we can post. We have our personal page and we have our business page. Where should we be posting?
Both?
Both. And how do we treat them differently?
Post more personal on your personal page. Business page, post business.
Yeah, and that's right. So on your personal page, we talked about how much of the content should be personal, how much should be business. What do you think that mix ought to look like?
80-20.
80-20 is a great number, okay? Anything
40.
close to that, 70-30, 80-20, you want to put enough personal stuff in there or enough non-hard real estate, okay? And what I mean by that is, can I talk about what's going on in the community or new businesses that are opening up? And that's not a real estate post, right? That's a community post, okay? So those kind of count toward that 80%. Here are things I'm interested in. Well, what are we interested in? We're interested in what's going on in our local community as realtors, right? So we can share that and that be part of our personal content. The thing about the business page is that should be all business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't need to have anything personal on there. However, the thing that I encourage you to do is you do want to show your personality on your business page. Okay. People are going to do business with you because they like you, right? That's the first thing that's going to attract. This is somebody I can see myself spending the next 60, 90 days with. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't feel like they have a sense of who you are or how nice you are or how helpful or how patient, whatever it is that they're looking for, they're not going to engage on the same level. And so you want to make sure that you're showcasing your personality on your business page. So how often should we be posting?
Daily.
Daily. And if you think about on your personal Facebook page, if I'm going to post 20% business, that means one business for every 5 personal posts or every 4 personal posts. Okay. So once every 5 days, if I'm only posting once a day. Okay. Would we like to get our message out more than once a day or once a week? We'd like to get it out more than once a week, right? But I'd like to have something business on my personal page probably twice a week. Okay. But what about my business page? How often should I be posting to my business page?
Once a day.
Once a day, at least. And if you did twice a day, I wouldn't be upset. Okay. But at least once a day on your business page would be my recommendation. Okay. And then post enough on your personal page that you can at least have 1 business post a week, but preferably 2. Okay. That means I need to come up also in addition to my 2 business posts, okay, for the week, which can simply be sharing something from my business page or reposting something that I also posted on my business page. I need to come up with 8 personal posts. Okay. So, and you guys need to think about what is that going to be? That could be something as simple as checking in where you're having dinner. Could be something that you're doing that's interesting. Could be something motivational. But 80% either needs to be neutral or personal. Okay. So come up with 8 of those a week. All right. So, but what do I talk about when it's time to talk business? I'll tell you what, let's talk about when to post too. So I told you how often, before we go what to post, I thought this was a really interesting graph that shows when activity is the highest. And if you look Tuesday through Friday, the middle of the day right here is when there's more activity than any time else. Before and after lunch is our best times to post. That's when more people are on than anything. Because if I post something at 1 o'clock in the morning, how many other posts does it get potentially buried in by the time it gets to be lunchtime? Okay. So I would say you probably want to post sometime between 9 o'clock and 2 o'clock every day is when those posts ought to go up. So just figure out what that time is going to be for you. And you know, in Command, you can schedule your post. So that makes it really easy to do. And you already have that ability on your business page. But you need to be thinking every day, what's that going to look like? All right. So let's talk about what we put up as far as posts goes. And that's where you guys can also interrupt and share. So the easiest thing to post is the stuff we don't have to create, right? We
Mhm.
don't have to be creative. Just go steal somebody else's content, okay, and use it. So where are some good places to go to get that content? Well, are you guys familiar with Keeping Current Matters?
Mhm.
Okay, that's a subscription service. They put a few free things out there for everybody that you can steal, but you can also spend $20 a month, and they will give you a post every single day that you can choose whether you want to put up or not. Okay, that's really nice. Homekeeper is something that you belong to as part of Keller Williams, and Homekeeper generates a post for you a couple of times a week. Okay, go steal their post. Other places, CoreLogic, FMLS, our office, Keller Williams International. Okay, go follow other real estate agents who have great content. And also your boards aren't on this list. Your board provides content and puts posts together for you, as well as the National Association of Realtors and Georgia Association of Realtors. Okay, take advantage of that membership that you have. They're giving you some nicely formatted, really good content there. Take it and post it up. All right. Can anybody else think of anything else that's good to put in there? Well, I would add, go ahead.
Whatever area you want to farm in or wherever you live, like local, what's going on type things, would that work?
Yeah. Friends of Snellville, Friends of Lilburn, those types of sites. Those are great. Okay. That'll keep you up on what the events are locally. Follow the city's pages that the city sponsors. Okay, the government site. Other things that I can think of, go find the motivational sites that frequently put up the nice quotes. That's some stuff that you can put on your personal page as well.
Pinterest is great for that.
That's a good idea. So I kind of have to go scour Pinterest though, but Facebook, it just shows up if I go join a group. So, all right. So some examples of things. So this is something that CoreLogic put together. Okay. Is that something that would look good on your Facebook page?
It's kind of busy.
It is a little bit busy. Okay. But it shows today versus next year. And could I edit this and break this down? What if I were just to take, I stopped at that blue bar across the middle. Okay. I could do this in 3 different posts if I wanted to. So here's another one. This was one List Reports put together. So this came out of FMLS. Nice little idea. And by the way, in case any of you are curious, I'm definitely a number 2. I'm thinking, okay. And here's one from Keeping Current Matters. Okay. So
Trey, I find a lot of these things on Pinterest, are they reliable, or should we go to like Keeping Current Matters in those places?
No, well, use your judgment. I mean, like, this is Keeping Current Matters. This is good content. If you feel like the source is reputable, copy it, steal it, or just share their post. So you're not kind of taking ownership of it. You're sharing something interesting you found, and then you can comment on it. So that's a good question. All right. So those are just a few examples, and those are the last of my examples, because the rest of it's all stuff that you're going to have to create. Okay. And we've got tools to help you create it. We just want to inspire you as to what you might want to include. And one of the first things that I want to talk about is video. Okay. How important is video on Facebook?
Very.
Yeah, it's very important.
Very or very?
Very.
Very, very important. Why?
It gets you out there.
Well, it does, but the things that you guys may not know is videos have like 10 times the open rate that static messages do. Okay, it's a massive difference between how many people will engage with a video than they will with a static image. Okay. Second benefit of it, how long do they spend on that post? It's like 20 times as long. Okay, because people will look at an image and what do? They move on, right? They don't stay and study it. Whereas you start a video, how long are you going to stay engaged with that video?
Till the end.
No, probably not. You're probably going to give it at least 30 seconds, but most likely no more than 2 minutes. Okay. So when we talk about doing videos, are we talking about doing a 30-minute presentation on Facebook? No. Can those be beneficial? Can those be great? Yes, but make that an event. Okay. But just go on and do a quick little video that says, hey, check out my new listing. Okay. Come join me at my open house between this time and this time. All right. How long does it take to make an announcement like that? 30 seconds, right? But you get that engagement. People are curious. You know, what's that Sharon's talking about? What's that Tony's talking about? Okay. And they engage. When you're out showing houses, take a video when you're in a room or you see something that's interesting. Don't just take a picture and then show it later. Take a short little 30-second video. Okay. And that could be in an amazing home that you were visiting, could be a new neighborhood that you're out to visit. Show people what you're doing. Putting up another sign, putting an under contract on your sign. Those are great things. Okay. Quick market update. Okay. Are people more likely to read your image or listen to you tell them and explain to them what the market update means? I said probably more likely to listen to you. Okay. Talk about a buyer or a seller in a tough situation and how you help them. Drawings and raffles are always popular. Okay. And if you're going to do that, isn't it better to do the raffle live and in person and hype it and build a little bit of excitement and try and get some viewership? But then people also know when you do it live, it wasn't rigged, right?
So drawings for what, Trey? What are some examples?
Well, I'll give you a good example. I'll give you one example. I'll give you as many examples as you want me to give you. So I've seen agents that they bought koozies and mailed koozies to all their friends and close sphere, and had them all post pictures and tag a certain hashtag for a chance at a drawing for a Yeti cooler or for some considerable price. Could be a $50 gift card, $100 gift card. You pick what your budget is. But the way they collected the entries was those people shared a picture of what they were doing with their koozie. Okay. Now, when they do that, how does that help you? If you're going to send out koozies, right? Who all knows about it? Just the people that got the koozies. But you get them to take a picture and talk about you and say, thanks, Trey, I got my koozie. And it's got my logo on there and my information. And love my realtor. Look what he sent me today. Okay. What just happened to my reach of that one promotion that I did? It not just went to my sphere, it went to everybody that my sphere knows. So I got two different levels of it. And then I'm able to reward them. Okay. But you could do, and we'll talk about, put something fun little quiz up. Okay. And the thing is you don't care who wins. You don't care if they cheat. You don't care if all you're wanting to do is create engagement with people, right? You're giving yourself an excuse to put your branding in front of them and have an interaction with them. Does that make sense? Because all we're wanting to do is start a conversation with them. Okay. So this could be, you put up a post that says, I love Halloween. Post a picture in the comments of your children in their Halloween costume and get entered to win $100. Okay. Now, what do you do with that? Okay. Well, I get to have my live video drawing, right? For everybody that's there. Everybody got to see the pictures that were in there. Okay. The people they're connected with saw them and saw that they were interacting with Anderson Homes, right? Or JB Homes. I don't remember what everybody's names are of their business. Okay. But how else could you touch them? Well, I could then take that picture and using send out cards, send them a card with the Halloween picture on the card, right? Mm-hmm. And get another touch out of it. Okay. And
people love that.
People love that. They're not going to throw that away. So, but I used the entry into the drawing to get the picture to put on the card. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, and so just play with different ideas like that. And the whole idea, get engagement. I don't want to just put information up that people don't interact with at all. I'm going to put stuff up that's just informational. That's just, hey, here's something I thought you'd find that's interesting. Talk to you later, right? But what are the most beneficial posts? It's the ones that start a conversation, right? The back and the forth. Okay. And just like I felt compelled to tell you that number 2 house was my favorite. Okay. Put stuff up that compels people that they want to respond. Okay. They want to tell you something. Okay. Recommendations from your client, sharing their experience working with you. Okay. We all go after testimonials. Would you rather have a video testimonial or that Zillow testimonial? I think that video testimonial is pretty cool, right? Okay. And then a professional walkthrough or drone videos. Okay. So those kind of apply to your listings. All right. Other ideas for live videos. Anyone?
Just a tour of a home that's on the market.
Yeah.
I've seen agents do that.
And you
doesn't have to be your listing.
Doesn't have to be your listing, but I can't market a specific property without a listing agreement or permission from the broker and the homeowner.
Okay.
That makes sense? Mm-hmm. So I can't go to somebody else's listing and say, hey guys, check out 456 Main Street. Okay. Because I don't have the ability to market that property.
Okay.
Does that make sense to everybody? Mm-hmm. I could say, check out this kitchen, or I could say, look at this great neighborhood that I was in today showing homes. Okay. I could take a short video standing on the back deck and say, can you imagine having your July 4th barbecue right here? You know, if your deck's too small, give me a call. Okay. We'll make it rhyme.
But Trey takes ownership of that quote.
I guess so. Last week it was testes. This week it's small decks. Anyways.
But do you guys see how that's different than marketing a specific property?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are things that you can do. Okay. But what about interviewing local businesses?
Oh, yeah.
You know, if people are thinking about moving to Lilburn, for example, you know, go down and meet some of the business owners at the local shops in Lilburn and ask them, you know, hey, I'm a local real estate agent. I love talking to people about our community. it's my first time being in your store, or this has got to be my 100th time being in this store. I absolutely love it here. Could I do a short video with you and introduce everybody to your video? Okay, to your store. Well, I do that, and I tag the store, and I tag the owner in my video, okay, in my post. What just happened to the reach of that post?
Got bigger.
It's bigger.
It got bigger. It's not just my people now that are seeing it. It's everybody that's friends with the store and friends with the owner, okay? And is he excited to share it?
Yes, of course.
Absolutely he is, okay? He thinks that's fantastic. What about interviewing people that are play a role in the real estate transaction? That would be important.
Sure.
You know, sitting down and talking with an attorney, with a home inspector, with a lender, and answering and asking questions of them. Is that something that you think people would find value in? Yeah. Okay. So there's lots of stuff that you can do with live video outside of what's on this short list. And I encourage you guys, just get in front of the camera, get creative, and start doing something. It will get better and better and better the more you do it. Okay. But do something. All right. I already hit that one. Okay. Content posts. Okay. These are more the informational type posts that we're not necessarily looking for the same type of engagement, but home improvement ideas. Okay. We're in the real estate business, right? So, and we want to be people's real estate agent for life. Okay. If they're not ready to buy or sell, let's talk to them about what they can do to make their house more enjoyable, right? Or make them jealous of the people that already have it so that they want to move, right? Does that make sense? Home maintenance tips. Okay. Is your home going to sell for more if you maintain it better? You may not sell it for 5 more years, but is taking care of your home important over those 5 years? Yeah. Okay. Let them know. I expect everybody here went to high school, right? Did they do a good job teaching us in high school how to adult? No.
Not really.
No. How do you figure out all the things you need to do to maintain a house?
Trial and error.
Absolutely. Is that the best way to learn?
No, but it worked.
No. So, credit repair tips. You know, get with Supreme Lending. Get with the lady at Supreme that does the credit repair classes. Promote the classes. Make sure everybody knows that they're open and available. Okay. Let them know when they are. Tips on getting your home ready to list. Tips on navigating a competitive market as a buyer. Are we in a competitive market right now?
Yes.
Okay. And that's one of the things, guys, that I want you to be conscientious and think about the things you post before you post them. So do we want to be talking about how difficult it is to buy a home right now?
No.
No. What's a better topic to talk about?
Why
How
you
important
want to
it
list
is
your
to-
home.
What was that, Jamie?
Why you want to list, like the
Well,
benefits for selling your home.
That's a great conversation. But have you not seen posts from other agents talking about what a crazy market it is and how hard it is to get a home under contract now? Am I the only one that sees that?
No, I see it all the time.
Yeah. So instead, have a conversation about how important it is to have a really good real estate agent
Yeah, that's what I
that
was thinking.
understands how to navigate a difficult market. Okay, a more challenging market. Don't instill fear in your people that are sitting on the fence, and instill in them confidence that they've got an ally and a partner to help them get what it is that they want. Okay. If you've got a client that's doing improvements to a home, do before and after pictures. Okay. If you're working with investors, do the before and after pictures. If you have a really good contractor, do some before and after pictures for them. Okay. You help promote their business and build their business. Are they going to be more or less likely to recommend you when they know someone's thinking of buying or selling? More likely, right? And when you call because your client needs help, are you more likely or less likely to get that help? More likely, right? And when you need that favor, okay? Have you guys been in the situation yet where you need a professional to go look at something wrong with a house and let you know whether it's a big deal or a small deal? You're not going to fix it. You're not going to hire them to fix it, but you need a professional's opinion, and your client really doesn't have the money just to pay for a quote. They want somebody to go look at it for free. Am I the only one that's had to do that? Okay. Well, there's going to be times in your career where you're going to want to call on a contractor and get them to do a favor for you just to check it out. Well, if I've sent them 10 pieces of business, are they going to complain about doing a favor for me?
No.
No, not at all. And then I get to be the hero with my client because I was able to cash in a favor for them. Okay. So that's another way to use it. And then sharing testimonials from clients. When your clients put a review on Zillow or Realtor.com or on Google or on your website, put it on your Facebook too. Okay. Share that. How are we doing so far?
Good. Great.
Okay. We're about a third of the way through the list. Okay. What about stats? Where can we go get stats from, and what stats might we share? Well, we've got our national and our local stats. Okay. Nationals probably coming from National Association of Realtors. Some of those we can get from Keeping Current Matters. Our local stats we can get from the Georgia Association of Realtors. We can get those from our local board, or we can get those by pulling that data directly from MLS and FMLS. Okay, they have tons of reports in there that we can glean stuff out of. We also, for our local stats, what was I going to say? And I don't remember. So we'll come back to that. We as the office, we share stats with you guys every week. Okay, you can steal off of our Facebook page is where I was going to go. Okay, repost those, share those again. Okay, our office stats. How is our office doing? Okay, when we share those, put those out there. Weekly stats, the ones we share in the team meeting slides. Okay, told you I didn't put this together. Those I kind of regard as being the same. What about interest rate changes? Are people interested in interest rates?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So looking at what Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are doing is really important. So pay attention to that. Inman is a good source for stuff too, going back to places to get content, but those are more articles, not graphics. Sharing our tools and telling the story of the tools that we have at Keller Williams are other great posts. Okay. Are you guys talking about Keller Mortgage? Have you shared Keller Mortgage on your Facebook page?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Amy, what's the story behind Keller Mortgage? Why would you want to share Keller Mortgage?
Zero closing costs and $1,000 back at closing.
Not zero closing costs.
No closing
Zero
costs.
lender fees and
Okay.
no underwriting fees. Okay. So there are other closing costs besides lender fees and underwriting fees. Okay. And $1,000 back if the purchase is over
150,000, isn't it?
150,000. That's exactly right. Okay. Can you give me one more, what I think is a really big benefit of Keller offers? You don't pay for the appraisal until closing. And if you don't close, Keller Mortgage eats the cost of the appraisal.
Mhm.
So you only pay for your appraisal for the house you buy, and you pay for it at closing. So that's a nice little thing. Homeward, a good tool right now in today's market.
Mhm.
Sure. Cash offers are rise to the top.
They do rise to the top, but it also takes away the issue and the problem of, do I list my house first?
Mhm.
You know, if my purchase is contingent on the sale of my property, being able to buy before I sell with a cash offer is a big deal. It's a real big deal. Your consumer app. Do we still want to be telling people about our consumer app?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. In addition to our consumer app, talk to them about your website. Yeah. And not just an invitation to, hey, check out my website. Break it down. Let them know what are the things that they can find on your website.
Is that supposed to be price reductions?
Probably. Yes. It sure is. Yes. Search based on pride reductions. Yes. All those humiliated people. That's terrible. Yeah. Search based on price reductions, student teacher ratio in schools, drive times for property. Shoot a short little video. Okay. There's lots of software out there, like Loom is a free software that you can record your screen. You know, go on your website and demo how they can use the different features of your website. Okay. Are you curious about this? Let me show you how you can find it really easy. Go to my website at this address, do this, do this. There you go. Boom. 45 seconds and they've got another tool in their hand, and they see you as a professional, right? Now they know what they're looking for when they go to your site. All right. Listing post. Now, what do we need to have before we do a listing post?
A listing.
A listing. So go get a listing. That's job number one, right? Okay. When we have a listing, we definitely have a story to tell. Okay. So we want to talk about it as coming soon. We want to talk about our open houses, that it was just listed. We want to talk about when it was under contract, when it was closed. Each of those are benchmarks in the transaction that we want to highlight. Okay. That gives us 5 times to look like we're doing amazing work with our sphere of influence, right? Okay. So take advantage of that. Closing table photos. Okay. All the ones with the cheesy little signs that say, you know, I said yes to the address. That one.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, those are cute. Thanking the lender and the attorney. Okay. Again, tagging them, calling them out. Those are great. Okay. And anybody else that was involved in the transaction. If you had a contractor that was a great hero in it, call them out. Okay. And if you do not have a listing, talk to the agents in our office and get permission from them to talk about their listings. Okay. Or go find a new home, new construction, and go talk to them about getting permission to promote their properties. Okay. That's another good way to get some content. Activity post. Okay. What?
Brad,
Yeah.
I missed a few on the previous post.
Coming soon, open house just listed, under contract, sold.
The one right before that.
No. Keller Mortgage, Keller Offers, Homeward, your app, your website. And again, Brian, if you'll shoot me a quick email,
Okay.
I'll send out this slideshow to you. So tell people what you're doing with your day. Okay. I was out visiting this subdivision today, this new construction neighborhood. Okay. Talk about where all you went. Okay. Has anybody ever lost a client because they didn't think you serviced the area where they were?
Not yet, but could be.
Could be, right? So talk about, was out in Snellville today, then Winder, and I finished up in Jefferson. Okay. Now, if your geographic area is smaller than that, I wouldn't be highlighting that I was in Cobb County today showing homes, because you may have other people call you for Cobb County, and you may not want that. Okay. Out previewing homes and sending videos to my out-of-state clients today. Why would that be important?
It shows you help people out of state.
Yeah, absolutely. And that you're comfortable with technology, that you've got ways to help them even if they aren't here locally. Okay. And then just reminding people that you can connect you to an agent anywhere in the country. All right, vendor post, meeting a vendor. Okay. Make those introductions. Okay. Build them up, because I want them to send me 1 or 2 referrals a year, right? Imagine if your lender sent you 1 or 2 referrals a year, and your handyman sent you 1 or 2 referrals a year, and your plumber sent you 1 or 2 referrals a year, and your roofer sent you 1 or 2 referrals a year. How are we doing so far? That's a pretty good year, right? And we hadn't had to do anything extra for it. So connect with your vendors, leverage them, okay? Share work that a vendor has completed, shout out to a vendor who helped a client, and let them know about any specials that a vendor is running. And if you use any of the vendors personally, definitely that gives you a great story to tell, okay? Local community, okay? And these kind of fall in that neutral area, right? Where these aren't necessarily real estate related, but they kind of fill some of that 80% in for you. So community events in the area, okay? And that can be movie night in the park. That can be the local festivals that are going on. That could be Food Truck Friday. That could be the farmer's market that comes, okay? Every community has their little things. Like Tucker has once a month, they have a classic car show on Main Street in Tucker, So share that. Show up. Tell everybody it's coming. Tell them you're going to be there. Then show them that you are there, okay? So that they know you are local. New restaurants or stores in the area, letting them know about any zoning changes or building that's going on. Do you think people are curious right now about the Grove in Snellville? Yeah. All that construction that's going on. You can see all around our office. New neighborhoods coming to the area. New roads or intersections being added to the area. Every time they add a new roundabout. Let's see.
I like those.
Yeah.
It's happening often today.
Yeah,
Better
they're
than a stop sign in a lot of places. So,
doing those will keep you busy just in Gwinnett.
yeah.
As fast as they're adding them.
School event or sporting events, okay? If the heart of your farm area revolves around a certain school system, talk about the school, engage with people. People are looking to buy in that area are going to find information about the school and the sports and the events that are around it. So put content in there so that you show up in their searches. All right, Cares for Kids. Do you think our Cares for Kids events are worth posting about? I know Amy does. Yeah, absolutely. We are a local business giving back to our community when we do that, okay? And when I say our business, I'm talking about your business, right?
Go post about the tennis tournament right now. We need sponsors.
Yeah. Invite people to get plugged in. They want to. And participate in office fundraisers for Cares for Kids. When you show up to those are great ways for you to promote yourself and show what you're out doing and how you care and how you give in the community. Okay. Makes you look like a good person, even if you really aren't, Chris. So I strongly encourage it. All right. So, but we create that illusion and people feel endeared to you. Okay. And we'll appreciate that. All right. Next one. Talk about investors. Don't just limit yourself to buyers and sellers. If you have any interest in talking about investors, talk about what are investors doing? Where are investors finding opportunities? What opportunities do you see for investors? Okay. What are things they need to think about and do? Even people that are not investors, that don't have the money to invest, are they curious about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely they are. And when you talk about it, do you look more like a professional or not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And then renovation tips for flips or holds. Okay. And how does that apply to your average homeowner?
Well, it gives them ideas of things they may need to do before they sell.
Or things that they shouldn't invest money in expecting a
Okay.
return. Okay. You know, a lot of people, I mean, how many times have you shown up to a listing appointment? They're like, well, I've spent $50,000 fixing this house up over the last 5 years. Yeah, well, you know, you're not getting that back, right? The improvements you chose to do are not, you know, fixing the roof did not increase the value of your home. It kept the value of your home, right? It kept it from depreciating. You don't get to add that on to every other property. That makes sense. All right. That one popped up again. Seasonal important dates. So seasonal post. Certainly we can talk about the pollen right now. Okay. I know some of you have. Holiday post. Okay. And don't just limit it to your religious, you know, is there anything wrong with a Christian wishing a Jewish person happy Hanukkah or a Jewish person wishing a Christian Merry Christmas? I don't think so. Okay. So any holidays, you know, Chinese New Year, celebrate that. Okay. And if you're so inclined, talk like a pirate day. Okay. It's fantastic. Or May 4th, right? May the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day. Day before Cinco de Mayo. So, all right. I thought I was funnier than that.
There's a
4th of July.
website also that can give you, like, today is Left-Handers Day, this and that. I don't know what it is.
There's a lot of websites out there that can tell you that. Yeah. So have fun with that. I mean, guys, that's the thing. This is supposed to be fun. This shouldn't be as much of a chore as many of us make it. Okay. And that's the idea, is I'm trying to give you enough ideas that it becomes really easy to do. You're not struggling to find, what do I talk about? Okay. Well, here's a list of 100 different things. Pick one. Okay. And every day, pick one. And then of course our time changes. Questions to ask. Posts that promote engagement and get people talking are just fantastic posts. I would sell my house today if I could just get X number of dollars. Fill in the blank is what you're wanting everybody to do. Okay. When buying my next home, the most important feature will be blank. And then you play along too. See my response in the comments. Okay. Give them a reason to look deeper into the post. Okay. Because if they go to the comments to find out what your response was, are they likely to stick around a little bit longer and read a few more posts? Yeah. Okay. What age did you buy your first home? What's the benefit of asking that question?
You know roughly when they might want to sell.
Well, not when I bought their first home.
Oh, first home, my
you know?
bad.
Yeah. What age did you buy your first home?
So they can see at what age they could expect to buy a home.
And that's one. So some people may think earlier. Okay. But everybody that answers, what assumption can I make about them right now? They're homeowners, right? They're not.
Or
renters.
if they are going to consider buying.
Okay. So, yeah, and you may get some of those responses, Amy. I haven't yet, but I'm hoping to next year, 25. You know, that'd be a great answer to get on that. Interest rates are so crazy low right now. What is the highest interest rate you have ever heard of someone once paid? Okay. Again, these are just questions to get engagement. If I could move anywhere in the world, I would move to blank. Okay. Or flip that around. I once lived in blank and I'll never live there again. You know, so have fun. Have fun. All right. Some resources for you that you can get your stats and things from. Your app is great. Okay. And you guys can go into your app and you can do screenshots. Okay. Inside of here, you can showing people how to use your app. You still have your Kelly app, which you guys know how easy it is to pull a snapshot in
I've forgotten.
your Kelly app. Oh, my phone's not cooperating with me. No, not the events app, the Kelly app. And so all I have to do is ask Kelly. Get Mason up at the bottom. It's automatically going to pull up snapshots for the closest neighborhoods and subdivisions to me. But I can also down here in the search, just put snap and put the city or put the zip code and it'll pull up like, so there's a neighborhood right across the street from us that is Legends Park. So I can hit view the Kelly snapshot and boom, I've got instant statistics on a particular neighborhood. Okay. I could screenshot that or I can email that to myself and then use that for my Facebook. Okay. Inside of Command, we have all the tools. So you can go in to build your social media in there. So if you guys have not taken a designs class yet, I encourage you to do that. Okay. Go into Scott Leroy, go to Marty Miller, go to, what's his name? I'll think of it in a second. Nick Baldwin. They're all fantastic, have great content. Come to Stuart's class and let us show you. Come to group coaching and let's do some of that in group coaching together. There's some neat tools inside of designs to where you can pull your local expert in marketing snaps directly into your post. You can pull neighborhood snapshots into your post. There's posts already created for you for Keller Mortgage and What's My Home Worth and your holiday greetings. You don't have to do anything for those. You can just steal that content just like it is and boom, we're done. You also have the opportunity where you can pick a subdivision, neighborhood, zip code, and you can do a video that's all automated, okay? Where it does all the work for you. You just tell it where it is and a few little bits of information in there, and it'll create a little short 30-second video for you that highlights the market data for that particular area. So it's very fast and very, very easy. And guys, that's well, it's not supposed to say keeping compliance happy at the bottom. It should say Facebook still, but I screwed that up. So with that said though, I'm finally out of ideas. How did we do today? Did we come up with 2 or 3 good ones in there you guys can put into play today?
Yes.
Yeah, that's some great ones. Send us the slides.
Yes, please.
I will. Send me an email because I won't remember to send it to everybody. But if you will send me an email, I promise you I will respond with that slideshow. Okay. So
And can we request the recording from you also?
I'm going to put it up on the coaching page. So
Okay.
it'll be there waiting on you, Amy, very soon.
Okay.
It may be tomorrow before I get it up there, but I will have the recording up there.
Trey, can I ask a quick question? I know you touched on paid ads before. I know
Yes.
we're kind of talking about content. Which of these in particular would you think is worth kind of putting into a paid ad? Because a paid ad would be one ad and then it would run for a period of time. Am I right in thinking that?
It would. And the number one paid ad
Mhm.
is new listings.
Okay.
So that by far, check out this new property or just on the market. Those get more engagement than anything else right now. Okay. But there's some creativity behind, or a little bit of work that's behind the others that I think would do really well. So if the idea is I want them to have a reason for reaching out to me. So if I'm just providing content, there's no need for an engagement, right? So on your paid ads, want a list of the 15 most important things to do before you list your home? Click here, okay? Now, I've got to have a list of the 15 most important things to do before you list your home to send them, but those types of ads create good engagement. Want a list of open houses this weekend in your area for ranch homes? You know, something like that. What do I have that you want? Those are going to be your second best type of responses. And I would say the third best would probably be something around Homeward or Keller Mortgage. That we have a product that satisfies a specific need. For more information about the program, click here. Okay, that's going to create engagement as well. All right, guys. Well, I've got another class starting in 5 minutes, the Silver Mastermind. So I'm going to call it a day, and we'll see everybody here in a few minutes that wants to join the Silver Mastermind.
Thank you, Trey.
Do you have to be
You're
part of a
welcome.
special club to be in the Silver Mastermind?
No, it's 1 to 3 million in sales. So
Oh yeah, I'm not in that part yet.
you're okay. You can come and join.
Are
We're
you
glad
sure?
to have you there. Yeah, positive.
What's it about?
Talking about competing in today's difficult market. So
Oh, okay.
it's a mastermind. So come and join.
Okay.
We'll see you in a minute. Bye.
Thank you, Trey.
You're welcome.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye.